Hello and welcome to another episode of the Best of Buckeye. I'm Superintendent Brian Williams and we are here with our wonderful band. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. We start on my right. Can you each introduce yourself and what grade you're in?
Hi, I'm Chelsea. I'm from 11th grade.
I'm Brendan. I'm also in 11th grade.
I'm Alan. I'm also in 11th grade.
I'm Marissa and I am as well in 11th grade.
I'm Rachel and I am also 11th grade.
And Mr. King. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You're not in a grade. That's okay. You've been in school for a long time. Well, I want to thank you for being here. It sort of feels like we've already done this, so thank you. Mr. King, can you talk to us about your season so far?
Our season so far, this is week 6 of the football season, and our show is entitled Invincible. It was a show that was specifically written for our size band, custom written, and we went to the first band competition, which is at Cloverleaf local schools. And we received an excellent rating for our first performance, so we were really excited about that. That was week 3, right? Yeah, week 3 of the season, and that was our first time out with it. So we were really pleased with that, and looking forward to going out this weekend, which we go to Sandusky Perkins for a band competition this weekend.
Very good, very good, awesome. Well, thank you guys for what you do because you're so entertaining and so talented, and we very much appreciate that. You mentioned that there's a show in Sandusky this week. Would you mind talking about the Cloverleaf Show and maybe what you expect from the Sandusky show?
The Cloverleaf Show went very well. It was our first competition this year, and since Sandusky is our second competition so far, we do have a little bit of experience in competing. We're excited to compete there. It's a beautiful stadium, and mainly we're just looking to improve on our past performances and just do as well as we can.
Good, good. Marissa, right?
Yes.
Marissa, we mentioned that you got an excellent rating in Cloverleaf. Can you talk to us about what does that mean? What does an excellent rating mean?
Excellent rating is a pretty good performance. At some points, it could be stronger than it was. So we go out this weekend, after the past 2 weeks of improving, and we hope to get a superior rating, which is our highest rating.
Mm-hmm. Good, good. You mentioned the show is Invincible. Would you mind telling us what is the show about?
Well, Invincible is being unable to be beaten, so we try to convey that with the music and how strong we play it.
Okay. Can you tell us what a couple of songs are that you play in that show?
Invincible Part 1, Invincible Part 2, and Invincible Part 3.
There you go. Excellent. Very good. Mr. King, what do you expect out of these guys? I mean, I know we talked about the fact they put in a tremendous amount of work, but what do you expect out of this group? Not only this group here, but the entire band.
Well, one of the big goals that they set for themselves was to get a superior rating. So that's every band. If they compete, that's like every band's goal. Main goal, it's always in the background, is try to get a superior, because if you get a superior rating, you get a chance to qualify. You qualify for state marching band finals, and you get to go to one last performance on a weekend outside of the 10 games football season schedule. So it's really the goals. I would say it was the band's probably the pinnacle goal. So that's our pinnacle goal. When we compete, we try to get a superior rating when we go out. There's nothing wrong with an excellent rating. We're proud of that, and some groups have trouble getting that rating, so we're glad to have that. But now that we've achieved that, we try to go right to the next level. And we've always been that way. We always used contests as like a tool for improvement to make us better. And it's always about beating Buckeye. We don't really stress in our program. We don't worry about other programs, but we worry about our performance and making it the best that we can.
Well, having been to a number of games, football games, your show sure is entertaining, and it's very much enjoyable to watch. What would it mean to you to go to state this year? Do you think you have that ability?
I really think we have this ability. I have a really great feeling about this weekend, and I'm just really proud of how far we've come with this show. It's a really hard show, and I really think that we can go really far with it.
Brandon, right?
Brendan.
Brendan, thanks for being here. I appreciate that. What instrument do you play, and can you talk to me about the different aspects of each instrument? Like, what does each instrument do for the band?
Well, I play trumpet, and the trumpet is it has a lot of melody, and it's more of the loud kind of in-your-face instrument.
Now, it would seem like in a show called Invincible.
That's what we're going for.
Yeah, it's trumpet probably.
We're looking to be powerful and just, well,
Strong.
Strong,
Yeah,
yes, strong.
Very cool
Yes.
parts.
Outstanding. You guys start practice. Can you talk about your practice schedule? Because you guys start early in the summer, don't you?
Yes.
If you ever never stop, I'm not sure if you even ever stop.
Well, we begin preparing for marching band season even before it actually starts. But we begin in July, I believe, with fundamentals. We just start teaching the younger kids how to march properly, what we'll expect out of them for the rest of the season, staying in step, all that sort of thing. And into August, we move on to learning the music, memorizing, and we have band camp, which is a week in August, and that's when we actually learn the drill for our show, how to march and play it together.
Now you guys are all in 11th grade, and maybe I'll ask you the next question. As 11th graders, you're older now. Do you guys feel like you're mentors, or do you try to help like the 9th and 10th grade? Do you ever get to work with the junior high kids?
We do have 8th graders in our program, and I feel just as an upperclassman, we try to reach out to them because when we're gone, they'll be the next set of leaders, and we want to pass down what we learned from our upperclassmen to them just to keep things going. It takes a lot just to get them on board, but they do catch on. Yep.
As far as futures go, I mean, you guys are juniors. Have you guys thought much? Is there anybody that would like to pursue music as a career beyond high school? Has anybody thought much about that?
I've thought about it. Being a band director would actually, I would really enjoy it. I really really love marching band. Just the excitement and the competing.
So maybe being a teacher and being a band director someday is something you might be interested in.
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, you've got a heck of a role model here. You talk about one of the best band directors around, right here, sitting there. There's no doubt, no doubt. Your groups are always the best around. I mean, so thanks to your leadership and thanks to what you do. So what about the rest of the season? As you mentioned, we're about 6 days in. We're playing Brookside tonight. I think you're going to Sandusky Perkins tomorrow. That's Saturday, October 4th. And next week we're at Black River, and then I think maybe we're back home for that. So people can come check you guys out at halftime of a game. I'm sorry, but what other shows do you have coming up?
We have really quite a bit left of our season, even though it's on the back half of it. I'm trying to think of the other. We have 2 weekends that are double headers, where we do 2 in one day, and we do that because we've got all the equipment out, all the parents, all the kids, everybody. So we decide even with the parents, we have a very good relationship with our parent group that follows and helps us and works with us. They help make things happen too. We work very close together as a group, and it's almost like it's a family. It really is a people. It's built on families. I know many of you had siblings in the band too. So everybody really works really close, knit together. But our two weekends, not next weekend, but the weekend after, we have a competition at the University of Akron. We play in InfoCision Stadium, so that'd be a great experience for them to perform in a Division I stadium for a college.
And that's October 11th, I believe. I don't mean to interrupt you, but that's October 11th. So if anybody wanted to come see the band perform in a competition and see a lot of other good bands.
A lot of bands
October
out there,
11th. Do you know approximate times of that show?
It starts at 10 o'clock. No, that's perfect. It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it runs roughly a couple hours. So it depends on how many bands sign up for it, but there's usually at least 10 bands at the minimum.
Wow. So that'd be a great opportunity to come out and see a lot of good music.
Bands. Good. Yeah, good facility. It'd be really nice to watch. In a nice state, because you can get up high and you can see all the formations really. That's pretty nice for viewing bands. And then that evening we go to Copley High School for a band competition on that date. And then the next weekend is the last weekend of competition. We're going to go to our neighbors right up the road here in Brunswick. We're going to go to Brunswick High School, and that's at 4:00 p.m.
That would be the 18th, is that?
18th.
Okay, very good.
And then we're going to hit the road and head to New Philadelphia in the same evening, and we should be there probably around 7:30. It's probably around the time that we'll be on at New Philadelphia. So we'll do 2 on that day as well. So we've got altogether from today we got 5 competitions left. We've only been to 1, so we've been working hard the last 2 weeks. And through homecoming week, getting prepared for it. So we're looking forward to getting out this weekend.
So how many students in the band this year?
We have 63 students in the band this year.
That's great. Yeah. What dedication. I give you guys so much credit. I mean, thinking about those Saturdays, those have to be long days when you start at 10 in the morning. You're probably not done until 10 at night after the evening show. So, wow. Well, good for you guys. Anything we're forgetting? I mean, obviously... Oh,
yeah. There's one exciting... We were picked... Our program was picked out of 157 programs to perform at halftime at the Cleveland Cavaliers and that will be November the 17th. The game starts at 7 o'clock, so we'll be playing. The band will play at halftime, and it will be our Buckeye bands, grades 7 through 12. We're going to involve everyone, fill the court with orange and white and brown, and perform at halftime. So that was really big news. We just received that a week ago, and we're looking forward to that. We have a very good relationship with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've had us up there before to perform, and that should be a very nice game. They're playing the Denver Nuggets that night, and again, it starts at 7 o'clock. So it's supposed to be on TV.
Well, that's a great honor. Oh my gosh! Wow, that'll
we're
be
excited
exciting.
about that. So
Especially
we'll be
this year.
hard on that.
That's going to be a hard ticket to get. The Cavs are going to be difficult tickets to get.
In fact, the game is sold out, from what we understand.
Wow!
So it's technically sold out right now.
Wow, very good.
Looking forward to that. So that was a really I don't know how to put it, just a big shot in the arm. Everyone got excited about that, and we're very fortunate to have that opportunity.
Yeah.
That's only 5 groups out of 157 were selected for this. So that was really neat.
Well, and we know that you couldn't do what you do, and you already mentioned it, but I'll reiterate it. A thank you to the parents that helped, because we couldn't do, you couldn't do what you do without the band parents, not only that help raise money, that help move equipment, that, I mean, everything that they do. I mean, it's just unbelievable, and we thank them so much for that. Anything else that we want to mention? We don't want to forget anything.
I'm trying to remember.
I want to thank your assistant coaches. You have a couple of assistant coaches?
Yeah, Miss Bowles is new this year, our assistant band director, and Mrs. D'Amico, she is our flag instructor. She's done a wonderful job with them. They also received an excellent rating, and we're just together all excited about getting out and performing the rest of the season.
Right.
So we should have beautiful fall weather.
And you got a great group back for next year too, so some good senior leadership next year, as we won't think about that yet, but you got some guys moving into their senior years next year. And so, well, thank you, and again, thank you guys for being here. We really appreciate it. You do such wonderful things. We want to make sure our community is aware of what you're doing out there. So we're going to end the show today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This has been another episode of The Best of Buckeye, and we'll be back with another episode soon.